Hello, my name is Steve Hermann, and I'm the author of Mediumship Mastery, the Ultimate Guide, which is my book on mediumship development, mediumship training. It's available on Amazon. The whole purpose of this YouTube channel, which this video that you're watching is part of, is mediumship training and mediumship development. So, if you're interested in developing your mediumship, expanding your abilities, try to put out at least one educational video each week. So smack that subscribe button and subscribe. And certainly if you have questions or comments, that's something which you can always put in at the bottom. You can always get hold of me because I'm really into helping others develop their mediumship. And those of you who are already working with mediumship, I'm really into assisting others expand their abilities. And of course, when we talk about mediumship development, it's really different for everybody. We can see that a lot of times people get involved in it, they're very, very, very naturally influenced by whichever teacher they might be working with. Maybe they're working with a particular medium who has more experience, or maybe they're working with a number of different mediums. Sometimes you'll have a medium who teaches mediumship and they'll say, well, you have to follow me, you have to do it my way, don't study with anyone else. And the rationale behind that is because their excuse is, oh, well, this way I can somehow prevent those who are studying me from being damaged by other processes or other approaches to mediumship that might somehow conflict with what I'm presenting to them. But I'll tell you, if you're studying mediumship, regardless of your level of experience, you definitely want to have teachers. You want to have people on a physical plane level who are more experienced than you. So it's a really good thing, obviously, to study with others who can mentor you, who can provide input and feedback, constructive guidance, because that's how you learn. And of course, occasionally we do have people who are self-taught. I'm a natural medium. Well, of course, mediumship is not some type of artificial sweetener like NutraSweet. Mediumship is holistic, and it's something which everybody has to some extent. But of course, when we talk about training, one issue that we do see sometimes is someone will study a certain way, and their mediumship is almost put in a box. You know, it can become a little bit rigid, depending upon the flexibility and the progressiveness of the individual who you might be studying with. So what I would suggest, if you're new to mediumship, shop around. I mean, in a good sense, definitely find someone who you're on the same page with, someone who you're on the same wavelength with, who's knowledgeable, who has considerable experience, and really has not just studied mediumship, they thoroughly intellectually understand it, but also you want to connect with someone who really has a lot of extensive hands-on experience. And there's a lot of very good mediums out there teaching. And certainly not everyone's the best teacher for everyone. It has to be the right fit. So much of spirit communication, and of course with any type of learning or education, it really has to do if you're on the same wavelength energetically and mentally as the person who you're learning from. And certainly different mediums have different backgrounds, different levels of experience, and different things to offer as well. So I think it's a good thing for mediums to study with as many different mediums as possible. I know myself as a medium, there's probably some areas that I have a lot of experience in, a lot of expertise in. But there may be other mediums who have cultivated other phases of mediumship, maybe have other areas of expertise that I lack. So consequently, as a student, if you can really study with a lot of different people, that's something which is really going to enhance your work considerably. Don't let yourself get shoved in a box. People telling you have to work this way, you have to work that way. And if you go to different parts of the world, or even different parts of the United States, you're going to see different presentation styles. Oftentimes I just have to look at someone working, observe another medium working, and I know exactly, I really get a very good sense of how they've studied, but oftentimes who they've studied with, and even where they've studied, in terms of geographical location, which is quite interesting. Because, of course, the process of mediumship is certainly the same in terms of mechanics, but how we go about that process in terms of the information, the content that's coming through from the spirit world, how it's structured, the manner of presentation or style, so to speak. This really varies depending upon who you're learning, where you're studying, and really what the emphasis on. And it's not as if there's one right way to do it. There's a lot of different ways to work with the spirit world, and there's really great value in a variety of different types of information that can come through from spirit. Now, we can certainly have, evidential communications where there's recognizable, identifiable information about the communicator that's being transmitted. But we also have guidance. We have different types of information that can be contained in the guidance. There's prophecy, there's healing. There's a lot of different components, and certainly the higher spirits who set this all up, they determine the content. They set the agenda of what the session's going to be about. And in terms of training mediums, it's what we put into it. But if you put the energy into it, the higher spirits will do their best to work with you and unfold your mediumship in the best possible way. And that's why it's really good to have a flexible teacher, someone you can relate to, someone you can connect with, someone who's able to really explain things thoroughly, comprehensively, on an intellectual level, understanding the science, understanding the mechanics of the process of mediumship, but also is really able to help you with the various pitfalls, just various challenges and issues that can come up in all aspects of development. Mediumship should never be put in a box. You want to be flexible. You want to be able to really, to the best of our ability, serve God and to serve the higher spirits in the best way possible. So I want to encourage you with your development, encourage all of those who are watching this video to study and work with your mediumship as much as possible. I'm really into the teaching aspect, and I certainly teach a lot of courses, both online and in person. I also do one-on-one individualized mentoring or training. And I'm so much into helping other people with this. Certainly, if you have questions, please feel to comment below or get hold of me. Please subscribe, smack that subscription button here at the bottom of the video. And God bless each and every one of you.